Oh, we're live.
Hi.
Oh, I'm going to turn things down. Okay. So, hey guys, it's Jen.
Hi, everybody. And Darlene.
We haven't been on YouTube together since we did our, what was that? The Lionsgate transmission back
Yes.
in August. So,
Wow.
so we wanted to come on today, and we've been just playing a lot more with light language, and we thought it would be fun to share with you a little transmission. Not a little, because it's
A big transmission.
it'll probably be powerful. We wanted to share something to just help you feel a little more centered, balanced, peaceful, relaxed. We have busy lives, so you could listen to this at any time to just get into that space within yourself. But we also wanted to talk about what light language is. I feel like I get that asked a lot, and
people say, like, is it to do with light? Is there light involved? What's going on?
Are you
a transmission of light? What's happening? Well, kind of.
And are you speaking in tongues?
Yes, there's that question. Yes.
Yeah. And can you translate it? Is it a foreign language? And so we wanted to just come and tell our stories about what light language is. And just, some of the experiences we've had and people have had with us, because we've been sharing this now for a little over a year. And so today, for the light language, I'm going to be sharing some of the sounds, and then Darlene's going to be drawing an actual light language symbol.
Yes.
So, so for me, I began hearing light language like almost 10 years ago. So it's been around for me for a while. And I was first introduced to it with Judy Satori. She's been channeling light language for a very long time now. I almost want to say like 20 years. And I even took an online class with her a few years ago about how to do it yourself. But I was pretty blocked because light language is all about allowing. Getting out of our own heads.
Yes, correct.
And so whether you're channeling it or receiving it, it's like the mind just can't get in the way. So when I finally let down my defenses and I was just driving one day, I just started to make sounds, and different, words started to come out. And then on another occasion, I started doing different movements with my hands.
Yes.
They were all very spontaneous, and the energy that began to come through just felt really peaceful, powerful. And then since that time, I've observed like so many people getting activated.
Yes.
Right. And,
yes.
and in our circle here, we're in the Dallas area. People have begun singing light language, speaking light language, drawing light language, doing dancing light language. And so it's like we're waking up, and I believe, and I feel like part of my purpose here is to help us all wake up to this, because it's a very powerful healing that comes directly from you.
Yes.
So that's why we wanted to share about that today, because not only do we want to bring through some of the energy, but that this is available to you. And maybe we can sprinkle a little of that activation of light language.
Oh, yeah, we could. We could do that. They're going to get that anyway, actually.
That's right. That's right. So what about your story?
Well, as you know, I grew up in an Italian family, and we always talk with our hands. It's like words aren't enough. You have to talk with your hands. So I think it kind of started back then, to be honest, but it's a cultural thing. But the spiritual part of it happened for me when I opened up to my art, and I started making my art, and the symbols started appearing in the art. It wasn't that I planned to put them in there. I just started seeing these symbols in my art, and I was like, what is that all about? Mm-hmm. So we talked about it, and it's like, I think that's light language, because people were getting healed from the art. Mm-hmm. And we're getting messages from the art, and we're sharing that. And I was like, oh, that's cool. But art does that anyway, right?
Sure.
So I'm like,
takes it to another level.
Right, yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And so I then incorporated it into my practice, where I actually just do the light language for people, whatever they're trying to get through or work through in their life, or whether they're trying to, do something new or clear something or whatever. the language comes through. So, and I just use it on, it's just anything. You can write it on a piece of paper. I've done that before. So we have a healing circle and we share that with them. But yeah, so it's been very interesting and I'm very blessed to have this in my life. And I was very resistant to
remember.
Especially to the voice part of it. And that came through, and the hands came. The hands were already working their magic, but everybody has it, and that's the thing. It's available to everybody. It's within all of us. It's just about accepting and letting go, and receiving.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I love it, is because you really can't block it out. Like, even if it sounds weird, the energy that when you're speaking like language, or you're looking at it, or you're channeling it, it's a frequency, and it's a pure vibration that comes through you. And with the intention of being and holding a pure space, and even having an intention specific to someone that you're working with, it's like you can't jack it up.
Right, exactly.
You can't mess it up. And people just feel good. People have had pain leave their bodies. They have experienced messages, even though there's not necessarily always a direct translation to the energy. People tend to hear profound messages,
right?
And even have visual connections with their higher self, guides.
And with the sorry for interjecting, but with the spoken or sung, you can sing it or you can speak it, or with the voice, light language. People hear different things. So you may be in a room, like we have Jen has her healing circle. The room may be full of 25 people, but they all hear something different. Or there may be 3 that hear one thing, 4 that hear another, the same thing. And so it comes through for the purpose of the receiver.
Yes, exactly. So, because 4 people could be hearing and experiencing the same energy and have different responses to it. So, and there's something special about that, right? Because, you're a unique vibration, and that the vibration almost like it'll adjust itself for you.
And on that note, it's vibrational frequencies, but it's also the codes. And so certain people already have certain codes, so maybe they're going to get a different code exchange, when the light language comes through. So that I find interesting as well.
Yeah. When I began, I would literally see kind of like binary codes coming in. And codes, if that sounds a little woo-woo to you, it's like energetic information. And, we carry a lot of energetic imprints in our body that aren't necessarily for our advantage. We get imprinted from childhood, from past life stuff, and we have beliefs around fear, feeling unworthy, not confident. People have a lot of anxiety, depression, and that is like we've been coded to receive and respond that way. And when we introduce a higher vibration, when we bring in a higher frequency, a more pure frequency of divine love, it begins to entrain the body.
And it goes to the DNA level.
Yes.
Which is amazing to me. And I've had people say they feel it. You feel it in your body.
Right.
You don't have to. You could have a room. We have had a room with people that don't even speak English. It happens, or they don't speak Spanish. Whatever, it doesn't matter. They could all speak a different language here on Earth or whatever, but they hear what they need to hear from the light language, because it speaks to the heart chakra.
Right. And it's multidimensional, meaning it comes in different layers and levels. And so you can listen to a recording over and over again. You can look at a encoded image over and over again and receive it at different levels and layers. It's like it's always this active energy that will, you'll receive it differently each time.
Yes.
So
that being said,
and there's a lot of wonderful information about light language, and you could Google YouTube or whatever, and what I've noticed is that there's some people who are bringing light language that I'm more attracted to than others.
Right.
So it's like we're kind of finding and feeling into the frequencies that are aligned with us a little more
Yes.
succinctly.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I feel like our purpose here is for all of us to be able to do it because it's a self-healing tool. I was having some issues the other day, and just in the car, I just started channeling light language to move through it, move through it, move through it. And I don't know necessarily what energy is coming in, but by the time I get to my destination, I feel better.
Yes.
So, and when sometimes I'll be texting with a friend who's having a rough day, and I'll just record just like a 2-minute little light language thing, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I feel so much better."
Yes.
So it's a beautiful thing to be able to allow through yourself, and I really believe that
And yes,
we all have the capacity.
we have the capacity. We also, as we practice it, we receive.
Yes.
So
Yes.
it's a two-way. As with any energy work, it's a communal thing. It's a give and take. It's a receiving and a giving.
Yep.
So
yeah, my life has changed a lot since I've allowed it through. Like my health, my finances, my business, my just overall sense of well-being has improved. So, and if you're interested, if this is a calling to you, Darlene and I are going to be getting together next month and doing a retreat to share that. So send us a message if that's something you're interested in. That's going to be in Enchanted Rock in Fredericksburg, Texas. So, all right. So for this next part, let go of your mind. Just be open. And again, our intention is to bring through an energy. So we're at the 1144. That's funny. 144.
That's awesome.
Our DNA is upgrading to that 144 strand. Anyway, that's another conversation. So just allow the sounds to come through, and then Darlene will share her art afterwards. And our intention for you is to just come into a place of peace within yourself, to maybe de-stress a little, feel calm, open your heart, and just whatever else you need to receive right now is our intention to bring it through for you in the purest, highest, with the intention of the highest good, love and light. My words are already going away. My English ones anyway.
Right.
Yeah. So here we go. Kone e soto kore e tena moro shutu sa sane kete e tono ore ke sato sona masata she kia kana oro kua sati. Anara soto kore e tena mo o kwana soto sari anara shato shania sari ki kia ne e to kuma naroko. Ibana maro soto yane kana ara soto yane ede kena ia tono ria sati ki kane e shua. And sometimes when I'm bringing the light language through, I'll feel impressions and share those. And so I was really feeling all the elements of nature coming in, the wind, the water, the trees, the earth, because as you probably have experienced in your life, just being immersed in nature, we begin to feel more peaceful. So just bringing that in. Konoro soto yane kotoru yatana maro asate shete e koro uti ki ana soto yana maro kwata soto ki ana so. Komoro ketana ayane e soto do oro yatana shokwasani e soto yana maro ki. A lot of heart energy right now, so taking some deep breaths into your heart space. Akane e kona re tono mo o kwano soto sea sene soto sea na shati kia te ena moro ya satiki. Kupara sato nia sato ko oa sata shonomi ikana ya tokoa. Kona moro e sata sania sato kore ia tana shoshoni ya te kia soto yani. Kumia soto siane kono moro kwa nodo soto siateki. Wana shoto sana moriata na satayene tononuia moroka. Kia te nedo koreana so e satiane sho asania sotoyana moroku kia te ika. And this is just like this, our natural state of being is just like the water, the ocean, it's pure. And this is what we can connect to when we feel stressed or out of whack. plugging into, connecting into the pure state of your being, which is just like nature. Ke noro ana soto I kana hoa ese, hoa moa e wane oro ano. Ai oro ai ane hui awano. Amo ano soy ano hiao. Koma sotoyana, sotoriana senemere, ketonoriana no soto koriki. Akamara shatasayane sedikene ekadayana no shotokai ke sotusayane ikani isotoku. Kenane esonoyatana, sotoniati esotokiana, asotosiane me sotokoria satiki. And now we're just creating movement, a movement of energy in your body, in your throat. So it's feeling the throat, yes. For everything to just flow naturally. Kosayasane esho doshana mesatokiane esho tukikiane esho tukwasa. Kana ara sotokiane etonomoro kota sotokoa soto sotasiane satiki. Peda amore etana soto yana satike sotokoro otania satokwa shotokwa si. And I think we're opening the throat so that if you feel inclined to chant, to hum, to speak, to allow energy to move through you through sound, the purity of sound, just let yourself do that now. There's some clearing energy. Okay. Ko masaya ne e koto ori e te sene ke kana are e tototo o kwata e tono ma atokoto utuasa ta seti ke shotokoa. Ka moro oro kuduiana. O moro koro uru sataya. Kana e koto oia ne e kana aso ko ate seta shene me e ke tukori e te ne aso tukori iki. Kia ne mere koto ni ana maru kore e tene rea soto sone yata kana ara soto shane soto di ana mene kia soto ku. Hane kore e kana moro kuana, totoro oro kuasa ta shetaki. And just know that this comes from the heart, like the pure divine heart. So we're opening and activating that within you now. Kwasa sayane soto sania sati kesadi ati amoro kuasa ti shua sadiki. Kone koroa I hano. He koyano ai e oa. Kwamo ai o. And just put your hands over your heart right now. Allow yourself to breathe into your heart space, feeling the peace of nature within you. Komasayana kotoyana sotokosia shadiki. Konia soto saneme sotokoro hutuana, sototokoro sotoyana masatiki kitikotokona. And just allow any energy that's not in resonance with your pure state of being to just flow down and out your body. And let's all take a moment to open your eyes and your hearts to receive the energy of what Darlene's brought through. I feel so much balance in that. Keto na yata kota yata te norokoro sutu shine mere sutu yana keto korte sokoporokte ishata kasutu yana keta na yato koro hutu na yata kasutu yana morokwa sototo sitiki koporo hutu ne mere kasutu yana ne keta na ashoto kwani yata sitiki. It's like a recentering. Do you want to and we'll share an image of this in the link.
Yeah, this too, you know, it was funny when you, next time we do this, we probably should do 2 cameras because you were talking about nature and I had started here with nature and it was green and it went up to and then I did the blue and then it was, it was coming in funny. As nature.
Right. Yeah, maybe we can do a camera where they can watch you do that.
I thought that was so fun. I was like, oh, that's really cool. She said that because I feel the same thing.
Yeah. So we'll include an image so that you can keep this. And do you want to
Yes.
share about how they can best work with this?
Well, this is really good. You can listen to music and do it. You can use it to uh, let it open your throat and kind of sing with it if you want. Or you can meditate with it. I have clients that put it on their phone, so that every time as a lock, so that every time they open it, it just zaps. You know, it just comes out. So there's lots of different ways that it can be used.
I love, she does special ones for me that, and by the way, we can both do customized images and activations for you. So
Yes.
recording in an image, just side note. But what she's done for me that's been individualized, I just like kind of soft gaze at it and I just breathe with it. I let my eyes just stare and just kind of absorb it into my vision and with my breath.
And I actually, that's good that you said that, because I work with mine without my glasses. I'm very nearsighted, so it's good to get, when you say soft focus, it's like you don't really focus on any one image. You just look at the whole image, and things will start moving and blending, and then they'll speak to you, different symbols, especially on something like this that has so much.
Yeah. Now you're holding it a different way. Does that matter?
Oh, it doesn't. It doesn't matter which way.
So, whichever way. Anyway, well, thanks for joining us. I saw we had one comment from, I don't know how to see. But anyway, I'll put the link for the picture below. And if you guys are interested in learning and experiencing how to bring through light language yourself, just give us a shout. And thanks for being with us today.
Thanks, everybody.
All right. Take care.